Here, scoot over, Heather.
Oh, I'm really far away.
Yeah, there we go. How
Hi.
are you guys doing? So we are going to continue on Britney Spears, The Woman in Me, chapter 15. I know it's been a while, Christmas break, New Year's, etc., etc. And let's just dive right into Britney. I missed her.
I have missed her also. Yes.
Well, you love Britney. So
I sure do.
we start back up with her just being excited. Her confidence is back. She's so excited. She's like, feels like a brand new Britney. This is September 2002. No Justin. She's just like, let's do this shit.
She's a free agent. She's her own woman.
So she went to Milan to visit Donatella Versace. Which,
how exciting, though!
Yeah,
how to
jealous.
Go to like the Italy, Milan
with the freaking Donatella Versace. Oh my gosh,
I would die.
Donatella was like such a cool host and everything. Yeah. She went to one of her runway shows.
So exciting.
And she was supposed to perform, but like Britney obviously was like not feeling it, and just like Donatella could tell. So she just did the cover of I Love Rock and Roll, which is like one of like I love Britney's cover of that.
Yeah.
And
that's a good song for her range and everything.
Just to really quick, just like don't have to think about it. Let's just do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so then she did like a quick like meet and greet, and that was over. Then she got to party, and Lenny Kravitz was at the party, and like so she's like schmoozing.
But she also said that like Lenny Kravitz was at the party, so for her that was like one of her idols.
Huge. Yeah. And it's so crazy because in previous chapters we saw like Aerosmith and all these other people that were like she's meeting. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like meeting these people, like I would lose my shit.
Like, she's this little girl that grew up in Louisiana. And then, like, in her own right, she's Britney Spears. But in her heart, she's just
this little
Britney.
Girl.
She's just, like, herself. And then to meet these people that she's idolized or she's seen on TV and listen to their music or whatever, or their fashion.
Yeah.
And then to be there with them, it would be very surreal.
Yes, definitely. I would be a bumbling idiot, as you saw at Pod Meets World.
I would be the same way with certain celebrities. I would be just like,
don't look at me, don't say anything. Like, fuck.
Yes. But she meets the hot guy.
Well, also, I want to say that this is the first thing that
I'm like, the hot guy?
Yes. Well, this is the first thing that she's ever, like, done on her own. So,
yeah.
It was very, like you said, freeing, and it was just, you know, very, like, you know, and she's what, 20 years old, 21, like, 20, because she's born in 82, right?
Yeah, she's very young.
Yeah, like, and she's never really been able to go.
Yeah, she's been very controlled even to this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yes, then she found a one-night stand fuckboy.
The Brazilian. Possibly Brazilian.
Yeah, we don't even know, but...
She doesn't even know.
And she, like, they were in her limo, and all of a sudden she's like, this is stupid, get the fuck out. And kicked him to the curb pretty quick.
But that's kind of sad, though, because he thinks that he's there with Britney Spears, and he's gonna, like, whatever party hook up, or whatever he's thinking.
Yeah.
And then she's just like,
bye! and now
bye, boy.
He's reduced down to one-night stand fuckboy.
Nothing. Just a big nothing.
So, yeah, but it was kind of cool, because she's like, I just got a bad feeling, gotta go. Like, get out. So that's... Good gut, probably. You know, who knows what could have happened.
And she was 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was 20.
Yeah.
I have in my notes.
20 years old. Then she went back to the States, and Justin Timberlake went on 2020. The 2020, if you don't know, is an old, like, it was Dateline 2020, right?
Yeah, 2020.
And it was a 2020
vision
show. So it was just an hour-long television show, and they would have on people like, famous people or like politicians, celebrities, like whatever. And they would just kind of cover things. It was kind of like a late night talk show, so it dove into more deep stuff than just surface. Like, usually they wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't be like a daytime talk show where it's like a 15, 20 minute, you know, just like, hey, how's life going? It'd be like, so, Justin, tell me, how was Britney Spears in bed? How was?
Oh yeah, they're get like down
deep,
to like
Dateline wasn't that on like 10 o'clock at night? It was like a late show, and it was like a late talk show.
Yeah, they talked about like all kinds of stuff,
like really controversial, like
murders. And
a lot. I remember that a lot of like
a lot of murders,
and
like mysteries, like missing persons.
Yeah, things that were just
things
going
of
around.
interest. Yeah,
I remember watching it when I was like 8, and I remember this actually scarred me forever. There was this kid who was playing basketball, and I have no idea where he was or how this happened, but there was a drive-by shooting. And he got, like, 13 bullets in his lungs. And he, like, survived. But, so I was 8 years old.
You're like, how did he live?
Yeah, I was, like, 8 years old.
What? Really? How did he live? 13?
It rattled around his... This is so bad because I remember... I was, like, 8, and I remember this. One of the bullets rattled around his lungs a bunch of times.
So it did, like, a 13 holes? Or it was 13
No, there's
bullets?
13 different bullets, and one actually did rattle around his lungs.
Oh, wow.
And, I was so scared to play outside after that. And my mom had to be like, nobody is going to drive by. You are in this neighborhood.
Yeah, you're safe.
Yeah, I'm in this, like, neighborhood that's very, like, not gang affiliated.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was in, like, a good neighborhood. I grew up in a really good neighborhood compared to, like, drive-bys. And, like, I wasn't, like, East LA or Chicago or wherever all that is.
Yeah.
Like,
you were in Southern California in kind of the sticks. Back then.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of the sticks. A
little
bit.
Yeah, but my mom had to be like, it's fine. You're not going to be at school. There's not going to be a drive-by.
Yeah.
Like, it was super spooky. So that's the kind of shit that Dateline covered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so moving forward.
They did.
So
but this was when his solo album, Justified, was coming out.
Yes.
So they were probably interviewing him about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the solo song, his first, like, solo song, the single that came out from that was Don't Go Horrible Woman. And Britney was like, dude, that's totally about me. Because
I don't remember Don't Go Horrible Woman.
I don't remember either, but she quotes verses from the song. And it says, I thought our love was so strong, I guess I was dead wrong. But to look at it positively, hey girl, at least you gave me a song about another horrible woman. And then 1 month later, Cry Me a River came out.
See, Cry Me a River, I remember
that one.
because the music video was so towards Britney.
Yeah.
With the Page Boy hat or whatever, and just the way the girl was depicted was totally Britney.
Yeah, the girl looked identical to Britney that was in the video.
And people will say no, but yes. It
and
definitely
the girl
was.
in the video was depicted as cheating on Justin and broke his heart, and everyone was mad at Britney, thinking that she had cheated on him, when in reality, he was the one that cheated on her, as we know from earlier in the book.
Yeah, multiple times. So basically, he just completely switched it around on her.
Bait and switch.
Switched it around on her completely, made her out to be like
the bad
whore,
guy.
the slut, the bitch. When she was innocent to this point in their relationship.
Yeah. And
not like in her life, she wasn't an angel. I mean, she had her moments,
but at this time,
in their relationship, she hadn't done anything. They
had broken up. She went to Louisiana. She was all sad.
Yeah,
and he's out fucking off.
She hadn't done anything against him. Well, she did say that she kissed
the one guy, but Justin was already fucking off with
that was after he already had slept with multiple people.
Yeah. And so she goes on to be like, men have it easier in Hollywood. And it's like, sweetie, men have it easier in all genres of life.
Yeah, because if a guy goes out and he spreads his seed or whatever, he's just manly, he's macho. If a girl spreads her legs, so to speak, she's a fucking whore.
Do you know what someone told me once about that? That if a man has a key, it can only unlock certain, like, locks, right? And that's, like, a thing, whatever. Like, that's special.
Their dick is the key?
Yeah. But if a vagina, if any key can open that lock, then it's not so special. I know, but like the way that it was said before, it was like a key and a lock, and like, what's so special about a lock?
So the dick is more special than the pussy?
Yes, like what's more special, a key that can unlock every lock, or a lock that can open to any key?
How about just be faithful to the person that you were with?
I know.
Like, fuck all the other like analogies. Like, let's just be honest here. He fucked around on her.
Yes.
So, why does she have to be loyal to that?
Don't know.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't. Sorry. Goes
So,
both ways.
Yep. So, anyways,
I don't feel nothing bad against you, Britney.
And at that time, it was all about fuck women because Eminem's song had come out at the same time.
Well, he was bashing Christina Aguilera a lot.
No, Kim, his ex.
Oh,
that's what she said. But yes, no, she was.
He did come out later, and he did bash her though.
No, that was in one song, but it wasn't even. He didn't really bash her. What he said was, we're sitting at the VMAs. Next to Carson Daly, and we're talking about
Fred Durst. Let's talk about who she gave head to first.
Yeah. So you want to talk about that? Like, that is one little line out of that whole song of
it's
like talking about
funny.
Everybody. Like, there's so many.
Yeah.
But he had a whole song that was named Kim for her baby mama.
But talking about Eminem, do you know that him and Mariah Carey had a thing?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so Eminem, and I don't know if this is true, but I believe it is because I saw him in an interview talk about it. Eminem and Mariah Carey had a thing, and he has a song, or she has a song. No, she has a song where she says something about like,
Heartbreaker, you got the best of me.
No. I don't remember what song it is. Fuck. I don't remember what song it is. But it's a song where basically she is talking shit on Eminem about like, oh you had me once and you think something or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gosh,
I don't know.
That.
But
and
Eminem and Mariah Carey had a thing, and Mariah Carey was super
great.
Salty about it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job on both ends, really. I mean, good job Eminem and good job Mariah.
But I can't remember the tea. I can't remember the tea.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
So
but they had a thing, and there was some tea.
So Britney just felt like she couldn't tell her side. Because it was just so like, fuck Britney. Justin shamed her. And everywhere that Britney went, people kept fucking like booing her.
But they were already obsessed with her in the sense like, are you a virgin?
Yeah.
Are your boobs real?
Well, no, and so she even went to the basketball game, though. This is what got me. She went to the basketball game with her brother and sister and one of her brother's friends.
Yeah.
And everyone in the arena started to boo her. And it's like, dude, you're just trying to like go out just to a basketball game and you can't.
And they're booing her because they thought she did something against Justin.
So, and Justin at that point had already proved that Britney was a fucking liar because because he came out and was like, oh yeah, we lived together, we had sex, da 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 da. And
so she's not this like virgin,
this eternal virgin.
Yeah.
But in reality, Britney's been having sex since she was 14.
And she never wanted to have that image. It was like her managers.
The managers wanted to portray her as this like virgin, and everyone made such a big deal out of it
because they knew she was going to be really marketable. No, marketable. Though.
Yeah.
Think about all the guys that are going to fantasize about this little virgin.
Yeah.
There's that side of it too.
Guys are fucking those guys. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing.
So they're trying to market her as this virgin because they want to sell those tickets.
Yeah. And honestly, Britney didn't even give a fuck that Justin came out and was like, hey, we had sex, because then she could stop with this whole portrayal like I'm a little sweet, innocent virgin.
Yeah, she's like, go ahead.
And then she didn't have to come out with that awkward, like, media frenzy of, oh, I finally lost my virginity at the age of fucking 28.
But why is it anybody's business?
Exactly.
Like,
and that's what Oprah said. Oprah was like, and she totally resonated with her, like, it's not anybody's business. Like, whatever you do, just do it.
She's not 12 years old at this point, people.
Yeah.
She's well into her 20s. Like, let her be.
Yeah. So, growing up, Britney always had, like, a guilty conscience, she said. She was always worried about, like, karma coming back for her, and she was always empathetic.
Yeah.
And she, quote, said, I don't know what hippie word it is, but cosmic consciousness, intuition,
Karma.
psychic connection. But that's the words that she used in the book, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what she said. I don't know what hippie word.
Yeah.
Justin framed her as the bad guy. And ever since then, Britney has just felt cursed. And I was already thinking that, like, ever since this happened, it kind of was. Like, she was on her way to like, fame, fortune, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Rising fucking star. Justin comes in and just
He was so jealous of her, though.
I think so, too.
He was very jealous of her because if
he
you look
needed-
at interviews, look back at the interviews. I have seen this one circulating. The time that she was in the movie Crossroads, and she's doing an interview. It's like the premiere, or maybe the premiere, I don't know. But they're talking to her about it. It's very newly, out.
Yeah.
And they're asking her, like, oh, how was it to be in the movie, to act? And Justin, they're still very much a couple.
Yeah.
And he's standing right next to her, and they're not even paying attention to him.
Yeah.
They're focused 100% on her. And you can see him, like, looking around, like, he's just so annoyed that they're not asking anything about him. And they're just focused on her.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Well, and then I also
you
think
can just see the how annoyed he was that they were paying so much attention to her.
I also think that...
I think he's a narcissist.
Yeah. No, I think that also Justin was so irritated that he couldn't do it. I mean, he ended up doing it on his own. But that he needed to have this boy band where she came out. He had to be part of this group to get famous.
Yeah.
Where all she did was...
She was solo
the whole time.
From
the
day
beginning.
one.
She was never part of a group. I mean, Mickey Mouse Club, but
he was in that too.
Yeah, so that doesn't like like a kid thing.
They all kind of that was their platform.
Like Selena Gomez had Barney.
Yeah.
That's just how you get into it. So I think that Justin was definitely like jealous about like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So she just always thought that she had bad karma coming back after her, and that she'd just been cursed because of it. So she ended up going on a road trip with,
She did. She went on a road trip with one of her girlfriends who was newly broken up with one of Justin's
best friends.
Yeah. But she didn't say any names.
No.
So it's kind of like, I don't know who these people are.
Well, I think that she had said it earlier that I think that that girl was dating somebody else in NSYNC.
Oh.
I think that they were dating like Chris Kirkpatrick. I think earlier in the book she had said that her and this other girl had gotten really close because they were dating.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't remember who, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so anyway, they just all broken up. So then they're cruising down through Arizona, convertible, and obviously we know Roswell is in Arizona and the night sky, and they're just it's dark, and they're looking at all the stars as they're driving down. And a light comes, and she's like, I don't know if it was an alien or what it was.
Yeah, that got my attention. I was like, wait a minute, did Britney see aliens? Like, did she have an
she's like, I don't know. But she didn't even want to say anything to her friend. But then her friend was like, oh my God, did you see that? And
but she said that she was always afraid that people were going to like judge her.
Think that she's crazy. So that was the whole point of that story, was to be like, hey, so many times she'd been afraid to speak up. And that was just one of the times where it's just her and her friend on this road. They're both like going through shit. That they should be able to, like, it was supposed to be like a freeing road trip and whatever, and she was still scared to say something because that's how she always was. She was scared to like rock the boat or anything because she was so like social anxiety that she was worried that people would think she's crazy.
She had a lot of social anxiety from what we've read so far in her book.
Yeah,
that she's very worried about what people thought about her. What they were going to
portray her as.
Yeah, portray her as. And that she was very confident on stage that she could perform with thousands of people, but go backstage with just a couple, and she's just like introvert. I think she's more of an introvert.
Yeah.
But when she's on stage, she has like she says, is a character. She said it before in her book.
Oh yeah.
That when
it's
she's
just
on
a
stage,
character.
that's just
It's
a
not-
character. It's not her. But when
Yeah.
she's backstage, that's her, and she's more quiet and shy and
reserved
introvert.
and just like leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like just leave me in my hole in my cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And I feel like Justin kind of took advantage of that side of her.
I think so too. I think Justin did take a lot of advantage.
Yeah.
But so I want to close this chapter because this chapter is over now
Yeah.
with a quote that's the last sentence of this chapter that is in Brittany's words, and it says, "Even in the darkest night, you can find so much light." And that is what she wrote
Yeah.
as the end of this chapter. So thank you for listening with us for chapter 15. And we will start up on chapter 16. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for watching. I don't know how to end it. Oh.